If you're fishing a crankbait in clear water, is a rattle important or not important? Whoa! That's a beauty. Good morning, guys and girls. March 21. March 21, it is turning springtime in a hurry. James 5:13. Anyone who is having trouble should pray. If you're having troubles, you should pray. Very, very simple. Anyone who's having troubles should pray. Lightning strikes can be one of the most frightening things to happen out on the water. In most lakes, your boat is the tallest thing around, and it's a sure target for lightning. Some of the hottest storms Chris and I have ever encountered have been on East Texas lakes, such as Sam Rayburn, Toledo Bend, Lake Fork. I remember Millwood. Oh my gosh, Millwood has amazingly hot storms. Gunnersville, Alabama. Greer's Ferry. As I think about storms, Santee Cooper. My gosh, just storm after storm after storm. Your best bet when lightning comes when you're fishing is either to get under a bridge or go to the bank and find cover. What do I normally do? I normally just keep fishing. I gotta admit, I just keep fishing. Obviously, a lightning storm is one of those good times to pray. A lot of praying goes on during lightning storms. And a lot of fishermen are deathly afraid of lightning. And, I kind of figure if God's going to take me out with lightning, he can do it anytime he wants, has always been my opinion. And I've been out there around a lot of lightning. And, lightning can strike like about 4 or 5 miles ahead of a storm. So it can be not very stormy at all, and you can actually be killed by lightning. For a lot of believers, trouble is the only time that they let God work in their lives. You hear what I said right there? We want God working in our lives, but a lot of times we don't let God work in our lives. And the way that we do not let God work in our lives is we don't talk to him. We don't pray. We don't visit with him. We don't let him in to our situations that we're having day by day. They don't let God work in their lives. God will be there to carry us through the storms, sure. But if we will just let him walk with us every single day, he'll keep us out of most trouble that we're going to get into by ourselves. If we will just walk with God on a daily basis, if we will talk to him often, and you don't have to go kneel down and face to the east and do a lot of standard prayers. You can talk to God right down in here. God knows your thoughts. He knows what you're thinking. He knows what you're praying. You can say 1,000 prayers a day, probably be little short prayers. Lord, this traffic's horrible. Help me get to work on time. Man, I hadn't had a bite in 2.5 hours. God, please give me a bite. Give me a bite. And then you catch a fish about that long. You say, I was kind of hoping for a little bit larger one. God probably enjoys having fun with you too. So it's to have a little fun with God. But if you will allow God to work in your life, God will work in your life. And he will keep you out of those problems that you have to really get down on your knees and pray for. We have lots and lots of people on the Catch of the Day channel. If you're not subscribed to this channel, subscribe to it right now. We have lots of people on the Catch of the Day channel that request prayer. When that happens, we have lots of other people on this channel praying for them. We've got folks on here that go through, I think, every comment on there, seeing if there's somebody that they can pray for, and they pray for you. So this is kind of just like a church where believers are praying for each other. If you need prayers, there are people on our YouTube channel, on our Facebook channel, that'll pray for you. They'll pray for you. They'll pray with you. And prayer is a mighty, 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 mighty powerful thing. It does amazing things. It heals people. It finds jobs. It cures relationships. It makes you a better person. If you have that relationship with God, if you're talking to God on a daily basis, even in little short prayers, every time I come back through these gates here to Eagle, I jump out and I just look up at the stars or the clouds or the thunder and lightning or whatever's happening. I say, thank you, God. You got me back here home safe again. And God will get you home safe for eternity also. Let's look at our tip for today. A subtle rattle in a crankbait is sometimes better in clear water. We used to make crankbaits that had only one rattle in them. We call them one knockers. A subtle rattle, not a whole lot of rattles, not rattles that make a lot of noise, but a subtle rattle. Sometimes even a balsa bait that has no rattles at all. I know guys that have some of their favorite crankbaits, tournament fishermen, that will drill a hole in there, take the rattles out, seal it back up. So they have a crankbait that doesn't rattle at all for clear water. It seems like in that clear water, they've got such a visual, seeing that bait 30, 40, 50, 60, 70 feet away. They don't need that rattle to attract their attention. Guys and girls, go out there and have you a great one today. And remember, I love you.